Hi, everybody. Welcome to the start of week number 2. So, the first thing I wanted to do was talk a little bit about week 1 and I guess next steps, though there aren't too many. You'll receive from me on Monday a grade for your week 1 DQs. And in addition, the really important part of that is that I create a Word document for each person and I provide individual feedback on each of your posts. So please take a look at that Word document. You'll see it attached to your week 1 grade. And please take a look at what I said. And if there's any coaching or anything that's relevant to improving for subsequent weeks, you'll find it in the Word doc. So each week, when you get your feedback from your DQs, please review that Word document in some detail. You'll see your own posts, and then you'll see my comments as well. Week number 2 has some learning objectives, of course, to begin to explore the contemporary visions of leadership, begin to articulate the similarities and differences in management and leadership. We dug a little bit into that in week 1. Reflect on what it means to be a lead learner. Consider the complexities of the role of the administrative lead learner or leader, and articulate how new knowledge will inform and enhance your professional practice. So, of course, you have the unit notes, which are pretty brief. There's a video that talks about strategic identity and long-term planning. They give 3 good reasons for strategic planning. It gives the school an identity. It guides decision-making processes, and it inspires hope and possibility. So that's the video. Of course, there were a number of readings this week, 3 articles and a chapter from the book. As always, if you look in the course news and bulletins, you'll find my own notes on each of those 3 articles and the chapter from the book as well. I hope that's of some help to you. 2 DQs this week. Wanted to talk a little bit about each of them. Just reading them from the side screen here. They provide a quote by Brazier and Bauer about instructional leadership. And it says, how does your own experience of instructional leadership align with this statement? And of course, the statement is instructional leadership, though, means students doing more than passing tests and achieving minimum standards. It requires leadership knowledge, skills, and dispositions that move schools to an inquiry footing and a path of continuous improvement with respect to teaching and learning. So for me, when you think about the articles and some of the things that were said, just reaching over and minimizing one screen and putting in another one, really, I did like a quote from Moan, where right from the start they talked about leaders becoming lead investigators. So if I'm thinking about instructional leadership, it's not me as, for example, a principal of a school, standing at a staff meeting saying, here's how everybody shall, teach this lesson. Here's this instructional strategy. It's about me being it's about me going classroom to classroom, seeing what individual teachers need, understanding the needs of their students and how they can best respond, to their students in that moment. And, what I've often reflected upon when I've been an instructional leader in my career is observing classrooms, seeing what teachers did in response to student need, and then ask, why did you do that? You could have done a bunch of things after a student reacted in this way, but you chose a very specific instructional strategy, and really unpacking that and thinking about, well, what could you do in the future? So to me, a lot of the articles this week are talking about, things related to flexibility and, it's not being a binary choice between traditional academic rigor and 21st century skills. It's actually much more flexible than that. That was a quote from McDowell from the first chapter. So think about what instructional leadership means to you and how you've experienced it in your own context, whether as a leader or as an educator. DQ2 says, after reviewing the required reading in the unit's articles, reflect and respond to the following questions. Based on your experience, what aspects of the ambidextrous approach resonate with your approach to leadership? What aspects of this approach appear challenging to your leadership decisions? So we're going back to that idea of flexibility and trying to manage being both an instructional leader and understanding that there are managerial parts of the job as well. And just the ongoing flexibility and being able to have a foot in both worlds and trying to figure that out as you go, understanding the importance of context. So that's a little bit about week 2. Again, I look forward to seeing you in the DQs this week. You'll see me in there posting comments throughout the week. And again, please check those Word documents that are coming back from you from week 1 with some individualized feedback. Thanks, folks.